Hello, Isolation Nation. You may be asking yourself a number of questions. Like, what is comedy? Why am I watching this? Where is Ben Glebe? Why is Steve doing a Ben Glebe impression? How did Steve get in Ben Glebe's office? Is Ben Glebe's office even here? You may ask yourself, how do I work this? You may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? You may tell yourself, this is not your beautiful house. And you may wonder, did Ben Glebe actually run for president? And if so, why is Barack Obama in his chair? That you may ask yourself. And you can ask all of those questions and more to the second host of our show, Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hey, how are we? I'm excited to be here. Ben is not here today, guys. That's the big surprise. We have several surprises today, but one of them is Ben had some graduation stuff to do that the fans have helped us out with. So he had 2 graduations today, so he can't be here. He's running some stuff. So it's just me and Steve today. It's just me and Steve. We got some. Kenny's going to pop in later, but we're having a good time. So as always, if you want to tip the show, the Venmo's at the top right, or you can super chat or PayPal. We obviously do prefer Venmos and PayPals better because they don't take the huge percentage that YouTube does on the super chats, but we'll take anything. We love it. We appreciate the support, and we're excited to be here. We're going to have a great show. It's going to be a Friday. I'm going to get drunk like every Friday, so we're going to have a fun time.
I just point of clarification, Ben is not himself graduating from anything. That is important to, and is helping run graduation ceremonies for other people. Just want to make sure we're clear on that.
I thought he got his doctorate in entertainment science like he was going for, and that from Ball State. I thought that's what he was doing, but maybe not. Okay, cool. Well, that is fun. We also have a huge. We've got Rachel's here. Queen Rachel, how are you doing? You made it. You made it today, so we appreciate you being here.
I really miss Ben.
Oh, Rachel is eating the personification of Ben. That is, you know what? That would taste good on a tortilla, actually.
Probably.
So that's, yeah.
That's a blanket, but okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So we are gonna have a fun show. I'm excited. Rachel, are you excited to be here without Ben? I mean, I'm sad, but I mean, we're gonna have a fun time. I like the hat. That's nice. That's a nice touch. I haven't seen the hat before, so that's good.
My hair is gross.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought
fair.
you just had a
That's
cool hat. But
perfectly practical reason to wear a hat. Excellent.
Cool. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I particularly enjoyed the overnight game. Like, this was possibly the best overnight game that they've ever done. This was incredible.
It was really good. So the overnight game was campaign a host. So what would our campaign slogans be if we were running for president, or some of us had and some of us had? So I had one for each one of us I liked. Lola had Bowers 2024, and then just the opening sound of a Coors Light, which that's exactly, if I ever run for president, will be exactly what my commercials are. I like that. For Rachel, Roz had I have more generals than the other candidates, which I thought was very funny. Jeremy Days for Hofstetter was Steve Hofstetter 2020, comedian destroys restrictions that will hinder the growth of our economy. Actually, a hell of a slogan. But my favorite was from Shag Nasty. That was Glebe 2020. Behind every great man is a great woman and a campaign mug and a weird toolbox and a pair of small hands, underwear, string cheese, and a concerning amount of masks and cable workers and sunglasses and music boxes. That, I thought, was a slogan we could put on a T-shirt. I like that.
That is particularly great because it somehow fit in Twitter's character limit, which was very impressive. I also liked, by the way, I liked Jeremy Day's one for me, which was Hofstetter 2020, the ginger with a soul. Which not entirely true.
Wow, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I also liked this one because it was just so I mean bizarre. Was Barrels, which was, are you tired of seeing the same names in office for term after term? It's time for a change. Elect Chris Bowers as your next Steve Hofstetter, paid for by Milton's for Chris Bowers. So that was very elaborate.
I approve that message. Other than
there was also, Beryl had a whole long thing where he made like a debate between us, where it was where like Ben Glebe was saying, my opponent Steve Hofstetter claims he is against slavery, yet there's video proof that he owns hecklers. Who is he kidding? So there were some really, I mean, we could go the whole show of these. There were some really great ones. Props to the SDSC faithful. You guys were awesome. Nice work.
Yeah, that was great. We also have a very fun game today and a very fun surprise at the end of the day concerning the game. But today's game, because we're without Ben, because we're so lonely, today's game is make a happy song lonely. So take a song, not a lonely song, but take a song that was normally happy and make it lonely. So my example would be pour some sugar on myself. So
nice, nicely done. I also like if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands because you can't high five anybody. So you get
stuff like that. So just take a song title and make it lonely. That is the game for today. As always, a $5 or more super chat or Venmo or PayPal will get you into the game. We will vote at the end and decide who wins. So throw those in there. Let's get rolling on the game and have a good time. And with that, I will introduce our two amazing comedians. We have two great comics today. We have Tracey Macdonald is here. Say hello, Tracey.
Hi. Hello.
Hit start video. There you go. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Do you see me?
We can. Good to see you, Trace.
Yay! Good to see you guys. I'm very lonely, and I don't even have a song about it. Except MC Hammer's too lonely to quit instead of too legit to quit.
Nice. That absolutely works. Or just lonely enough to quit.
Just lonely enough to quit. I wanted to say thank you guys for having me on. You guys finally booked me. But it's in my living room. It's in my living room. I'm single. Like, I'll tell you guys, like, I'm single, as some of you may know. I've been single for a long time. And I have been eating a lot during this time, staying home. And finally, the Starbucks up the street on Melrose, I hope I don't get any stalkers for me, has opened up. And I ordered my coffee. And I was feeling really excited about my coffee. And then the guy all of a sudden yells out, he's like, cappuccino, short, low, fat, single.
All right, we got another great comic we want to introduce as well.
Yes, we also have Tyler Gooch is here. Say hello, Tyler. How are you?
Hello, I'm
Tyler.
doing great. I'm so happy for you guys that I'm here. This is a real treat. Thank you so much.
We love it. We love it. Good to see you, Tyler. Rachel, we got anything coming in on the super chats and the before we introduce the audience? We got any initial?
We do. Yeah. So Beetle Greg, 2 pounds. Only a ginger can call another ginger ginger.
Nice Tim Minchin reference. Much
True.
appreciated. By the way, I can't tell you how often someone sends me that song, goes, have you seen this yet? And be like, yeah, 1,000 times a year for the last 5 years. Yes, I've seen that song. It's brilliant, but every redhead has seen that song.
And then Queen Soph, $5, and said, "Hi, this is the best birthday gift ever. Thank you, guys."
Awesome. Are you guys going to unite the kingdoms? Or
Aw, happy birthday.
There can only be one.
they're two warring kingdoms? No, you guys can be allies.
That's Highlander, not Queens, Rachel, but that's okay. Steve, introduce the audience. Let's get to know them.
All right. As always, we want to thank our audience for being here. You're the lifeblood of the show. The people in the front row. Shout out to Tony, to Dina, to Zara, to Tam, to Jessica, to Jeremy. Thank you all for joining us. If you want to join us live in the front row in a future episode, you can do so at laughfromhome.com.
Yes, you can. So
Zara. Sorry, I was laughing at Zara. I was watching her. She gave me a salute and then an eyebrow raise.
Oh, nice.
It's been a crazy morning, guys.
I also, by the way, yesterday's Dan Muggleton, I guess it was this morning in U.S. time, but Dan Muggleton last night had an Australian show, and he's very much known for wearing tracksuits all the time for his shows. And Zara wore a tracksuit to his show, and the pictures are fucking amazing.
good.
3 stripes, Adidas, everything. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, without Ben saying a bunch of nonsense, I don't know exactly where we go from here. Usually we got 7 more minutes of Ben time, I think. So, I don't know if we should just start pulling random shit out, or what should we do? I mean, I have some sunglasses right next to me. Should I do that?
I wore an appropriate shirt. So this is from the Inside Jokes Comedy Festival, but I figure it's an appropriate shirt for the show because the show is mostly just that. That's all. That's all this show is.
All the show is.
By the way,
I got
Bowers,
a couple weed pens. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
Bowers,
if I'm being
you
Ben.
now look like a jazz musician at an arcade place.
Yes.
Like, it's a very weird.
Very 80s. It's very 80s.
If there was an arcade place that also had a piano in the corner, like, they would hire you instantly from this. And I really like that you're still bobbing your head.
Dueling pianos at an arcade. I like it. Maybe
utterly ridiculous. And by the way, I will say, before we go to our first comic, Tracey did bring up the idea of the being able to get a coffee. It's weird that I miss Starbucks coffee. Like, Starbucks coffee is total shit. It's like
What?
it's more bitter. It's more bitter than I am. Like Starbucks coffee, and more burnt than when I go to get it. Like, it is bitter and burnt. It is the redheaded comedian of coffees, but it is. I just, like, as coffee goes, it's not very good, and I still miss it, and that's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, like missing something shitty that you're used to because of the quarantine.
Like how you guys miss Ben?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, burn.
No, I love Ben. I love Ben.
Yeah.
I love Ben.
Hey, you've gotten on you've gotten the show right away, Tracey. We appreciate it. That's exactly what we do on this show, is we crush each other, even when we're not here. So fuck Ben. Good one.
No, Ben's golfing right now. Isn't Ben golfing? I don't know.
He's
Yeah,
graduating.
Ben. No. He didn't get elected president. So he's.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly.
Zing.
Exactly. Nice.
Yeah, but no, I seriously, I miss something shitty, and I feel like that's weird. Do you guys like? I miss air travel. I miss, like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I get what you're saying. Like, it's basically everybody takes shit for granted until they don't have it. I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's like, it's easy to bitch about. That's actually my favorite thing about this whole thing, is that all the comics their whole act used to be, I hate people, I love missing plans, I love being at my house by myself. No one's going to laugh at that for 6 or 8 months. So I'm happy that all shit.
Now, in fairness, I still agree with all of that. Despite the last 2 months, I still agree with all of those things. But I do think that there are things, and I don't mean like the stuff you take for granted, because obviously, like, what I really miss is being able to go, hey, I'm in the mood for X food, let me go drive and pick it up. Like, that I definitely took for granted. But I mean the stuff that I specifically didn't really like, and I somehow still miss it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Do you have any of that?
I mean, I've been divorced twice, so I get what you're saying, kind of.
Wait, Tyler, what were you saying?
Yeah, I miss going to like a bad Mexican restaurant, because if I make the food here and it's bad, I don't know, it's just not the same being frustrated at myself, you know.
Yeah.
I miss going to the gynecologist. You can't go right now.
That's why
you can't.
Tracey, that's why I always self-exam. That's the key. That's why I always. You just got to order the tools off of Amazon. They have some wondrous stuff.
Just do it yourself.
Yeah, by the way, if Ben were on the show right now, he would show us his forceps that he has for some reason. No, he did.
Oh
Tracey
gosh.
just went, no, I'm just assuming, Tracey. I'm just assuming.
Okay.
I'm also probably not wrong. But I think that is a good point. Like, I've been cooking at home like crazy. I also miss having to clean up after a takeout meal is so much easier than having to clean up after one you cook. Like, just throwing a bunch of shit away is so much easier. That's what I miss. What do you guys miss in the comments? Throw it in the comments. Let's give Queen
They
Rachel.
were asking us if we miss Air Canada.
Oh, that's for me. That's for me. Do not miss Air Canada. I will never miss Air Canada. They actually. So Tracey, I know you're Canadian, but
I'm
I have
Canadian.
like a.
Watch out.
I have a no. This is not. Look, if I make fun of American Airlines, that doesn't make fun of American people. Like, it's not the pride of your nation. It's just something that
Canada makes fun of Air Canada. Just so you know, like, Canada doesn't like Air Canada.
Absolutely. The phrase I heard from people is that Air Canada's slogan is "We're not happy till you're not happy," and it is absolutely awful. I have this whole running thing against them, to the point where when someone said "fuck Air Canada" to them, the person responded, "We're aware of Mr. Hofstetter, and we appreciate his creative ways of showing his disdain for us." Like that. Yeah, it has become "fuck Air Canada."
They know you.
Is a hashtag. It trended. I've made a dent. But I've made a dent, like every plane they have. But they're so bad. But I genuinely felt bad when they said the thing about, like, they were announcing they were slashing like half their staff. I actually felt bad about it, because it's not their staff's fault that they're a garbage airline. Some of their staff, but like some of the other people just work for a garbage place, and that's not their fault. So like I didn't take any joy in that. I just because I'm sure the executives still are paying themselves exactly
All
as
of
much.
my
They're
all
who
of
I
my
wanna hurt.
family, just so you know, Steve, all my family works for Air Canada.
Well, Tracey.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Tracy,
I'm kidding.
worked.
They don't.
Past tense, worked.
They don't. None of them do.
Odds are half of them don't anymore. But the
I just wanted to make you feel bad.
yeah, that's impossible.
That's impossible.
So,
You're
anyway,
like, I don't care.
yeah, I'm like, I don't have feelings. It's ridiculous. They got burnt and bitter as well. Anyway, so so Zara said that she misses court, which by the way, that's I mean on the law side of things, right? Not like
a measuring cup.
We'll go with that. We'll go with
No.
that.
no, not that. And also that's
She's Australian, so she doesn't have measuring courts anyway. But I get.
yeah, but I also meant the idea of like going to like pay a traffic fine or something like that. That's like not missing.
She
that.
misses going to court. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I miss we. You know what? Let's not get into the cop thing. Some stuff's happening right now.
I'm not sure I miss anything. I mean, nothing I didn't like before. I mean, I'm trying to think, but I'm having a good time.
I kind of like that they did let a lot of men in California out of jail, which is good for my love life.
Nice. You're just looking at Tinder and just be like, oh, lots of new people on this now. This is so. Be like, look, none of them are afraid of commitment. That's nice. They've all already been committed. Be like, oh, this is someone who wants to find a woman for 25 to life. What does this mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, yeah, the problem is none of those guys can finish a sentence. Okay, so Powers, let's go to a comic.
You're on fire.
Let's
Steve.
go to a
You are
comic.
on fire.
We're gonna bring up our first comic right now. She is super funny. You've seen her on Comics Unleashed, the E Network,
Is that
and
me?
Bob and Tom. Give it up for the very funny Tracey Macdonald, everybody. Tracey Macdonald.
I'm cheering for myself. Okay, you guys. Yeah, no, I know we don't want to talk too much about what's going on. I know you've already had COVID jokes, but I did want to say one thing. My ex did get a restraining order against me a while ago, and I'm kind of upset about it, but I have to be like, it used to be I have to be 100 feet away, and now I have to be 106 feet away. So come on now. No, I am allowed to still go to the doctor, and I went to the doctor recently, and she's like, I think that you might have, this is what she told me, in my pelvis, I might have a bone island. I don't know. I was like, that sounds like the worst reality show ever. Island, like, I know there's 90 Day Fiance, and I know there's Love Island, but they said Bone Island. But it turns out I'm okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. No, my friend got mad at her the other day because we were talking about staying in, and I called her a housewife, and she said that she's a feminist. That's like an insult now. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was like, that's a huge compliment. I mean, somebody married you. And you live in a house. like what am I, an apartment skank? And she's like, and I don't have kids. She's like, I don't have kids. She's like, Trace, you don't have kids. I bet every time you see a brand new baby, you stare. I'm like, yeah, I do the same thing when I see a car wreck. It doesn't mean I want to have one. Like, I'm on the pill, and the doctor said it causes weight gain, moodiness, and body hair growth. I was like, no wonder they call it birth control. Who wants to sleep with a cranky walrus? unless you're Ben Gleed's girlfriend. But but no. I love that. You guys, I did go for a walk yesterday, though. I went for a walk yesterday with my mask on, and I saw on Melrose, and I saw a piece of avocado toast in the garbage, and I was like, oh no, a millennial gave up on their dreams. I'll tell you guys what I miss. I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but I don't want to brag or anything, but I usually go to Weight Watchers meetings, and I go to AA meetings, and I go to Weight Watchers meetings, and they're not they're not really having them anymore, except on Zoom. And so I was on Zoom and I mixed up the meetings yesterday. And I was like, "Hi everyone, my name is Tracey. This morning I woke up naked next to a stranger and an empty bottle of Jack Daniels next to my bed." And they're all clapping. They're like, "Way to get off the Rocky Road ice cream." It has a lot of points. So I mixed them up. But I know Steve knows this already. I'm all better now, but I'm recently a cancer survivor and I'm all better now, but people said weird things to me. They're like, "Hope you beat it." And I'm like, "Isn't that something you say to somebody with a misbehaved child?"
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Oh.
Or somebody with a dirty rug, like, "Hope you beat it." I don't know. I don't know if I'm being too harsh. My mom hates that I live in LA. She's in Nova Scotia, Canada, and she's like, "Somebody came up to me and they said, since you moved to LA, you've become a snob." And she was out at the Walmart when someone told her, and I was like, "Mom, you were at Walmart." Ew. No, so you guys, you can't. So during this time, you can't go to get a checkup. But the last time I went, just because I had nothing better to do, the last time I went to get a checkup down there, the female doctor said to me, she said, "I just want to let you know some news. I don't know if you'll be able to give birth to kids because your vagina is extra small." And I was like, "Don't tell me, tell your friends." I was like, "That's the best news I've ever heard. Can I get that in writing?" So it's a true story. So now I don't have any bikini pics on Instagram. I just have a doctor's note. And that's a true story if anyone is interested. No, I don't know. I it's weird because the last time I had a gig was in the middle of March, and I'm a curvy woman, and this woman on the plane, I was in the Los Angeles airport about to get on the plane, and the woman said to me something you should never said to a woman. She's like, "When are you due?" And like I'm Canadian, we're super friendly, so I didn't want to say that I wasn't pregnant, so I just made something up. I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Are we allowed to swear?"
Yes, you can swear.
I was like, "Fuck, I don't even know who the father is. Like, hope I get more. I hope I get more money for this one." I was like, "I hope it's a boy. They're worth more." But here's what's weird.
No.
She ended up sitting next to me on the plane, okay? She ended up sitting next to me on the plane, and she was like, I realized I was mad at her. She's like, "This is my first time flying. What does this turbulence mean?" And I was like, "It means we're going down, bitch." I know, I messed with her on the plane. I was like, "Pass me a drink. The baby is kicking." I think that's enough out of me right now. I'm
Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Tracey Macdonald.
Great job. Nice work.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course, as always, the tip jar is open. You want to throw Tracey a couple
please.
bucks? You should do that. Top right of the screen, you can Venmo, you can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course, you can super chat. We always prefer the PayPal or the Venmo. And by the way, Bowers, you ever give someone a cranky walrus? That's a hell of a move.
I think every time I have sex, it's called a cranky walrus. Please decide.
Yeah. That is not true. You are not cranky. So, Rachel, what do we got? What do we got coming
My dick is cranky. That's the walrus part. That's okay.
It just has two.
Yeah. Yes.
Stylish walrus.
Yeah.
I love
Rachel, what do you got? What do we got coming in?
Well, while I catch up on Tracey, we had a couple generals before she went on. We had Savannah Martin donate to the show $102.23 and said, "Justice for Big Floyd, Black Lives Matter," without an explanation.
Hell yeah, Savannah. We
Thanks,
agree.
Savannah.
Nice
Thank
work,
you.
Savannah. Thank you.
Tracey, so we've got Tyler Stevens, $5 for Tracey. We have.
I think that's going towards my small vagina.
Nice. The
I'm
problem
kidding.
is you got to get a bigger vagina to fit all these tips in there.
They're all in
Thank you,
nickels. It'll be
Tyler.
fine.
We
Oh,
have.
nickels.
I didn't mean to tell Tracey to put a tip in her vagina.
Thanks,
That was
Tracey.
Oh.
Too much.
Yeah, you said,
You said
for
we
all
could
these
test the
tips.
I think you did.
look. She should celebrate being cancer free. I think it's wonderful. Oh,
Come
What
from.
else?
You just didn't want to get in trouble there. You're like,
I did
didn't
not at
tell
all.
everybody this.
Rachel, what else we got? What else we got that can change? Do we have any subject changers coming in?
We have Jan Johnson, $5. Tracy, this morning my daughter burst out laughing with the hope that you beat it, child. Thanks.
Oh. Cute.
All right,
I think we have a special guest that might be popping in for just a second. I don't know if they're how long they can be here, but I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know. I don't know if this is really. I don't know what's happening right now. Yes, is this the real
what's
Ben
happening
Gleave?
right now? I know. I know what's happening.
What's happening?
Have yourself on a paddle.
I know what's happening right now, you guys.
I feel like a better question is how many paddles do you have like that?
About
Make me
9.
thank you with it, Taylor. Is that Taylor?
That was Tyler.
Tyler? Who's Tyler?
We have a Tyler now. Ben, you're so out of the loop. You missed the first 26 minutes of the show.
I feel like a crazy walrus, honestly. I feel like a very crazy walrus.
Yeah. Ben, how did it go? You finally graduating?
It went pretty good. I'm currently about to begin another graduation. We delayed the sound check due to a technical thing that the school's doing on their end, so I was able to come and say hello.
Nice. Well, thank
thanks,
you
Ben.
very
We're
much.
glad you're here.
And-
We missed you.
Yeah, absolutely. We missed you. I opened with an homage to you. Barack Obama was in your office. It had all kinds of stuff.
Whoa, that's cool. I'm gonna have to watch that for the first time. I'll watch the show, maybe.
I wouldn't necessarily
You
watch
might
the
not
last
wanna do
25 minutes of
Oh no, I can't wait.
Here, you watch it now. We'll watch with you. It'll be great.
I love it. No, I can't wait to watch. How's it going so far without me, huh?
It's been terrible.
We're crushing
actually.
it. We're crushing
Without
it.
without you, Ben, you're the glue that holds it all together. Without you, it
Oh,
doesn't
that's
work.
Nice to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the show was just the brains and the dick. There was no heart.
I understand that.
Aw.
That
Wait,
makes
now, Ben, are you doing graduations or hostage videos? What the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna behead somebody?
I just want you all to know that I'm doing fine and they're feeding.
Ben is being held hostage by his own venture. Like that's what's happening right now.
You have no idea how true that is. And I tell you, let me just tell you this, since I won't mention the school name, it won't be disparaging any school that we're about to do a graduation for. But the reason it got pushed back is because we're doing a virtual graduation for this high school and have been planning every elaborate detail for the last several weeks with the school. And they literally emailed us today, hey, guess what? We're canceling because our whole county just decided to ignore all social distancing rules and flout the state and just do the graduation live. And so literally they've been trying to throw together a live graduation in a muddy field over the last 3 hours. And so instead of our detailed run of show, we're just going to be switching between cameras of people walking around a muddy field trying to get a diploma. It's going to be like mud football meets Woodstock. I can't wait.
By the way, Bowers, you ever give a girl a muddy field? It's a hell of a move. Rachel, I didn't mean it was just
Steve, I've muddied my own field a couple times, but never on a woman.
That is not what I meant, and how dare you? By the way, Muddy Field playing next week at the Roxy. So, Ben, I think it's pretty cool that you get to be live on the set of Friday Night Lights. I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
And let me just say Texas forever.
Yes, and I just want to say, I don't want your life. Or is that Varsity Blues? The point is, Point is,
That is Varsity Blues, but a hell of a movie. So I appreciate it.
But Varsity Blues was kind of
I'm here to
Varsity
work.
Blues was like the diet version of Friday Night Lights. Like that's what that was. It's
Was
pretty
it?
much the same. It was Friday Night Lights came out as a book, and then Varsity Blues is like the soap opera version of the book, and then the show was a little bit truer to the book. That's basically what happened.
There was really a
about high
book.
school TV shows and movies, Steve. That's impressive that you know all these
I know
high school
it's
genre
sports.
movies.
It's a sports
Oh,
thing.
it's sports. Okay.
It's a
I'm
sports.
watching. I'm watching Melrose Place all over again. It's 35 episodes a season. Does anyone remember Melrose Place?
Wait, which
my-
Melrose
love
Place? Because didn't they
Melrose Place.
reboot?
The 90 one,
Yeah,
the
no.
90s one,
It
where
was awesome. It took place in Beverly
lots
Hills.
of drama, lots of making out, lots of drama, lots of
Yeah, and
At
by
the
the way,
Rock
let me
Theater.
just say, I've lived in an apartment complex like that. Never met a neighbor. Never met a neighbor, let alone had like a tawdry affair with all of them. So
I know exactly in LA. I've fallen down my stairs and my neighbors saw me and didn't help. They just stared at me. So
yeah, exactly. You fell down your stairs and your neighbor's like, "Sweet, I'll beat her to the audition." Like that's what.
exactly.
I had an apartment complex that had a bunch of young, cool people in it, and I bought an inflatable beer pong table and became the mayor of my pool and met everyone in a summer. So it's different things for different folks. Tomato, tomato, I guess. But
And
I think
also-
it's
you're
really
gonna
cool
have
that you beat
something
the
for
other guy. That you beat the other guy for mayor. What was his platform?
he brought the beer, I brought the table. But
And every time Bowers beat somebody in beer pong, in the floating beer pong table in the pool at the complex, he asked them to marry him.
it happened twice. That's only happened twice. Once at a Zales, once at a driving range. It's totally different stories, Ben, but I appreciate the effort. Why are you wearing a face covering? What's that about? Are you so afraid of that this county's just flouting the law that you're going to get coronavirus through Zoom? Oh,
He
he's
just
gone.
left.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Okay.
On? Oh, we
I thought
can
he
make
was
fun
doing
of
like a
them.
very bizarre Jeff Dunham homage. Like one of the worst ventriloquist acts where like you can't see his mouth move, but the dummy's mouth doesn't move either.
Sounds like my ex. Okay.
Someone that his mouth didn't move and a dummy. Perfect. Sorry, go ahead, Bowers.
We have another special guest popping in right now, as usual, on Fridays.
Woohoo!
As he gets connected. Jamie Kennedy, everybody. He's out promoting his
Yay!
new special today. Oh, look at that. You look like a Jedi.
Hey, Jamie.
Look at that. What's up, buddy?
Yes, I wanted to get in the jacuzzi, but I don't have enough time. And I'm telling you, this is a meeting of the Council of 12. One of you is going to die.
I love that we just had. How did we just have Bane and Emperor Palpatine? It's the best crossover.
I'm doing all this promotion for my special. Hi, everybody. And, some of these things are Zoom. Now everybody wants to see your face. So I switch up shirts, and this is my between Zoom look. So
Nice. Nicely done. Tell us about the special, Jamie. Where can people watch it?
you can watch it on Tubi. You know, that big new streaming platform, Tubi. It's free. Millennials, if you're watching, we know you don't like to part with money. One quick commercial in the beginning, and bam, you get all the Jamie Kennedy for 59 minutes.
Wait. So
That's
first of
awesome.
all, that's awesome. Second of all, what the fuck is Tubi?
It's Netflix with commercials. So it's a brand new streaming service. It's free. There's a lot of awesome stuff on there that you can't see on other services. It's just bought by Fox. So it's a new streaming service.
How's it spelled? Is it TUBE or
TUB?
TUBI. I have
TUBI.
heard of it. I was just fucking with you. I have heard of it.
It's
Oh,
HULU? No.
It's like like Pluto comes with TV sometimes, and then like sometimes they have stuff like with Tubi and things like that. So no, Jamie, congratulations on the special. That is awesome. What's the name of it?
It's called Stupid Smart, and I think the name explains itself.
Yeah.
Jamie, is there something cool on the back of that robe, or is that just a regular old robe, or is that like from some show you did? Does that say Jamie Kennedy Experiment on the back?
Yeah,
or something?
let's see. Let's have a look.
Nothing. It's
Nothing. Just a cool ass
boring-
robe.
I
do
thought
have
it was
a
gonna
robe.
say Hyatt Grand.
This was a gift this week because as you know, I turned 50.
Wow.
And thank you, Bowers, for being in my video. Thank you, Ben Glebe. And I guess Rachel and Steve Hofstadter's like, fuck that guy. I'm not going to be in this video.
I didn't know you were doing a video. Thanks for inviting me.
I didn't know either. It was a surprise. So
I didn't know about this video.
It was a surprise. His assistant put together the surprise video. She emailed me. She said, "You think Steve and Rachel would want to do it?" I said, "No, they don't really like Jamie that much." I said, "Ben would do it. Ben likes him." But
will you be in my
50th?
Will you be in my 50th and a half?
I totally will. Jamie, this November, man, we're gonna celebrate 50th and a half for sure.
I got a robe and I got a case of the new Bone. So
oh, look at that! Easy to use pouch. I like that. The Bone pouch.
Suck it right from the pouch.
Tracey has a Bone Island in her vagina. If you wonder, maybe I don't know if you do.
I do. There's a Bone Island in there, so I need that. You need to send me some of that. It's a long story. It's a Bone Island. That sounds really bad.
We would like to talk to you about your Bone Island.
I bet you would. It's a Bone Island, and it's shaped just like Ben Glebe. So
wait,
I don't know what that means.
Is that where penises go to die? What are we talking about? You just skin them. When it goes in, it just burns all the acid
It's a long story.
If you listen to her vagina, it goes, oh. There's a bunch of penises in there doing work and shit. Like, fuck, we gotta get out of here.
It's like the Goonies. I don't know.
It's like Temple of Doom.
The lost treasure of Bone Island. We finally discovered.
Steve said it's just a tip, but
yeah.
I think that's the name of the next Tremors franchise, Tremors 7, The Adventures of Bone Island.
Bone Island.
Yeah, the tremors are actually what makes it fun.
Wait, is Ben Glebe not here? Is he having contract negotiations? Is that what's happening?
He's running a high school graduation somewhere in Virginia in a muddy field. We don't know exactly what's going on, but he's doing that right now. He just popped in right before you.
He's going to jump in the mud.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Oh,
and
Steve,
by the way, if you guys want, you can purchase one of Jamie Kennedy's bathrobes. We have the fleece bathrobe for sale if you'd like to. Remember, Jamie Kennedy brand bathrobes.
Does it smell? Does it smell like Jamie Kennedy though? Like, is it?
Oh, you're damn right. You put it on, and you're just like bone broth and tremors, baby.
Bone broth.
Coming to Bone Island. Yeah. Look at that farmer tan too. Oh yeah, baby. Got to get the CV. Look at that, looking like the Hofstadter special right there, baby.
Looks good.
By the way, Hofstadter special performing at the Roxy next week. So if you want to catch them.
When we do Carb Day, I wear that Stars and Stripes jacket you guys have seen, but I don't wear it with a shirt. I just button it and I wear the tie with no shirt. I think it's hilarious, but it always burns around the tie. And Jamie, we decided that's called a business tan.
Wow.
Wait, when you do what day?
Carb Day. Is that thing we talked about with the Indianapolis 500. The
Farmer tan business hunt.
Every day is Carb Day for Bowers.
Yeah, every day is Carb Day for me, but there's one at the Indianapolis 500 track where I don't wear a shirt. That's called the real Carb Day we party at, but.
Yeah,
called a business tan. So there you go.
Just making sure we all heard it, making sure none of us dreamed it, and it was a thing.
I've talked about it before. Maybe you don't watch the show.
I know.
Either.
I don't watch the show.
Gotcha. Okay. So Jamie, what's the most fun interview you've done today, Jamie?
Oh, everybody is like, Fallon now. I guess without the blackface. I was joking. Terrible.
Holy shit.
Go too far. No, but everybody, I've been doing so many interviews here, like all around the country. I did a guy in Vegas who told me that these drive-by strip clubs are now shut down.
Oh,
because they weren't getting enough traction. So I thought that was interesting.
My dad almost flew to Vegas just to go through a drive-through strip club. But he decided not to. It looks like a car wash. It's really funny. Like, I'm not kidding. They have it set up, and they're on the side like the car wash, and you just drive through, and they strip and show their boobs, and then you drive out like a car wash. It's real. That's a real thing they're doing in Vegas.
That is amazing.
Not an attraction, huh?
Yeah, you just put your car in neutral, and then...
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop there.
You do need both hands, Steve. So, yeah, you have to put the car in neutral. That's how it works.
Understandable.
But I've been just calling everybody, and it's been great. You know, everybody's like, this is not going away. This is like the new thing. It's like, roll over, grab your robe, turn on your phone, bam. People don't give a fuck either. Interviewers are just like, what's up, dude? I'm at half a bag of Cheetos. We all don't give a shit. We know it's the end.
Yeah, Jamie, we are professionals. And speaking of professionals,
you guys
this is the back of the bathrobe if you guys want to pick up the Jamie Kennedy brand bathrobe so that you can
what does it say?
It says Jamie Kennedy. Do you not recognize your own name?
No,
Jamie, you really did turn 50. What the fuck just happened?
He just likes the sound of his own name. So the more we say it, the more he likes it.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on all that, Jamie. We hope you promote the shit out of it, and everybody goes to Tubi and watches your show, because I've seen you live a bunch. He's very, very funny. You should definitely watch the show. He had a great show at Nowhere last week, and it's gonna be. I dropped a beer. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm excited. Rach, can we catch up on some tips real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So we still have some tips for Tracey to catch up on. We have Technics, 5 Canadian for Tracey. Great set. We've
Canadian. I'm just kidding. That's fine. I want to be tipped in Canadian. I'm just kidding. I'll take it.
I left there for a reason.
No, I'll take it.
Jessica in our live audience, $25. Thanks, Tracey. That was really funny. Dave Adler, $5. Great set, Tracey. So about the doctor's note, I'm guessing it's not to get you out of something, but get someone into something.
Ooh,
nice.
Great tag. I am taking that.
Nice.
Yeah, and money and a joke tag. I'll take it. And Canadian toonies and loonies. So
nice.
We have Betel Greg, £2. Great set. You put Canada on the map. All right.
As long as it's not Air Canada on the map, that'll piss off Steve. Okay.
Just because most Americans don't know where Canada is. That's
Air Canada's on the map because you can't see the sky on the map. You can only see the ground, and that's where Canada lives. So sorry. Go ahead.
We've got Zara in our live audience, 20 Aussie. Glad you're feeling better, Tracey. You look amazing. And a tight V is literally a low-key flex. Cranky walruses aren't too bad. Pissed off giraffes are worse. Speaking of, laugh for giraffes at Nowhere Comedy this June.
Nice. By the way,
nice job, Zara.
Yeah, by the way,
Thank you.
flexing, I think, is how you get a tight V, right? Isn't that?
You can do
It's called a
anything.
Kegel. That's called a Kegel,
Yeah.
Steve.
Called
But
a
yes,
Kegel,
it is a kind of flexing, yes.
Yes.
We have that Lane Boy, £5 for Tracey for your next Starbucks trip or Tinder date.
Nice.
We've got Frank Notaro, $5. Tracey only caught from the bikini part, but it was killer funny.
Nice.
Jennifer Lente, $5. Great set, Tracey. We had some general. So Hidden Virus had made a comment about that he had asked the same question about Air Canada. So we had that. BE said, I got a Shavat gift for Steve and the other Jews in the audience. Oh, Queen Rachel saying, all right, what am I going to say? Say, shag some each. that doesn't feel right.
What's the real word, Steve?
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Steve, what did he say? What did he say?
No.
Say it again.
All right.
Shag some each.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Breathe. Okay. There is a sound. The ch sound in Hebrew is a ch sound. So that's Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Yes, perfect. Nailed it. Yes, you got it.
I thought I didn't
school
realize
this whole
we had two Emperor Palpatines. That was
Is that the sound it makes when the bone goes to die?
Awesome. Yeah. I think Rachel just greeted an orc in Lord of the Rings.
By the way, can we just comment on how Rachel has a very nice Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation thing happening today? I'm a fan.
Oh yes,
Just here,
I'll give it
give
to
us
you.
a little. Like do the.
I can't see Steve. What is he doing?
No, I was doing the whole like the
Rhythm Nation.
Remember?
Rhythm Nation thing. The whatever
Like this?
whatever it is. She makes
Oh
a
yeah,
box.
you totally
Yeah.
do. You do.
Like that?
Yeah.
I like it.
Nice.
Dance monkey. Steve McCroy. Steve, he's giving you a fuck, marry, kill.
I'm trying not to do these anymore, but then I always keep doing them.
We'll see if it's good, and then Ben's on
Every
here, we can
time
talk
you
about
try to get out, they pull you back in. All right, what is it?
All right, so
And wait,
it's,
and how much was the chat?
it was a Venmo, and it was
Venmo?
$20.
All right,
okay.
fine. If it was like $3, I'd be like, no fucking way. But all right, for
Yeah.
$20 for the show, I'll do it. The show raises money for comedians,
Or
but
All right.
I'll do it. What do we got?
So it is Tommy Lahren,
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes.
Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
I
What
see
they're trying to
forcing you
do.
They're forcing you into a thing. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
Do you hate Republicans more than you like being heterosexual? I think is what they're asking you.
That's yeah. He just says, "I want to see if he'll go gay to save the world."
Okay. So here's what I would do. All right. I would marry Helmsworth so that I could be one of the brothers, although I would be a brother-in-law. But it would count. It would fucking count.
Yeah, you get girls with that probably.
Yeah. And then I would fuck Chris Evans. Next question.
Yes.
Saving the world. He's not the only superhero in this relationship. And he and I can both be Captain America. Sorry.
And then last one before we can do another comic. Tam in our audience tipped Tracey $5 and said, "Tracey, you don't have to put this anywhere that you don't want to."
Oh my God.
By the way, consensual tipping is a great T-shirt, Steve. Consensual tipping is
Consensual
hilarious.
tipping.
Absolutely.
I will put it where I want. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
So
Put it anywhere you want.
romantic.
By the way, consensual tip performing next week at the Roxy. So if you want to check that out.
that's me.
This lineup is huge. Jamie,
It starts with the tip. They're the opening.
Jamie, it's not too late to name your special consensual tip. Are you sure you don't want to make your change the name of your
Yeah.
special?
I'm starting a bathrobe line of that right after.
Yeah. Actually, by the way, Bowers, the day his special comes out is the definition of too late to change the name of the special.
I don't know. I've never had a special. I don't know how that works. Basically, like I changed the name of my last album just because I called the 4 people that bought it and just, hey, can we call it something else? And they all agreed. So we did it. It was cool.
They're like, hey, can we call my album something else? What do you want to call it? Dave? Can we
Wait,
call it Dave?
Bowers.
Is that cool?
Wait, Bowers, can you buy stuff on BitChute now?
I can, yes.
Joke.
My family can, you know. I don't know what BitChute is, but I'm sure it's fun.
Yeah. All right.
Way
Let's
to
do
kill that.
another comic.
Let's do it. Can you hang out for one more comic, Jamie?
Yes, sir.
All
Love
right,
to.
come to the stage now. He was a finalist in Trial by Laughter. He has a Christmas comedy album out, available on Bandcamp. Give it very funny Tyler Gooch, everybody. Tyler Gooch. Woo!
Thank you. A lot of talk about tips today, and that actually works out great for me because I'm going to plug just a documentary I've been working on. It's a documentary about circumcisions that I'm working on, and on the DVD there's an uncut version.
I just got that. Sorry.
Do you guys want me to do more, or was that okay? I'll do a little bit more of that. I don't know. That's probably enough. I'm a little bit worried about my friend with all the social distancing. My friend has this superpower, but it requires like a group for his superpower to work. His superpower is he can look at any group of people and immediately tell you the percentage of prostitutes to non-prostitutes in that group. And his name is Horatio. Horatio. Off in the comments if you got that one. Okay, good. We got one person confirmed that did get it. Okay. Is this show free to watch? Who thought you would log into a free show and hear the best joke you've ever heard? Well, I'm only 2 jokes in. We got a lot more of this. I got you might hear my kid in the other room. Just over 2 years ago, I became a first-time father, long-time listener. And we decided to do a C-section. We had a C-section because we heard that takeout's cheaper than delivery. Always the case. But I learned. Did you guys know in Russia they do C-sections on everybody? Do you know they do C-sections in Russia on everybody? They do. They take the baby out. They do a C-section on the baby. They take that baby out. They do a C-section on that baby. We're having a good time. Thank you. We're having a good time. I know Steve's probably like me, miss watching sports, or as I call it, committing espionage. Watching sports. I like baseball. Baseball is one of my favorite sports to watch. And baseball is my favorite sport because it's a great sport for people with no memory whatsoever. Right? Because if you've ever been to a baseball game, there's a point about 7/9 of the way through where everybody stands up and they sing a song about how great it would be to be at a baseball game right now. We could have peanuts and Cracker Jacks. And, what's that? We're at a baseball game right now. One more time. How does it? 1, 2, 3 strikes and you're out. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's watch this. Tell you a little bit about myself. I experimented with sex and drugs when I was in college. I was the control group. Right. No placebo effect or anything. That's what I was doing.
That's great.
I've been on social media a lot lately, and I saw an article on social media the other day about gun control, like whether or not we should have gun control, and the article had bullet points. So but I did the absolute worst thing you can do, which is I got in a fight with somebody in the Facebook comments, which is the worst thing. I think it's important to keep people around you that like disagree with you politically and stuff, because I love the feeling of being right. But I got in a fight with this guy in the comments, and he said something that really upset me. He said, "Why don't you stick to comedy and leave politics to those of us that know what we're talking about?" Right? And that made me furious. I said, "Hey, my father didn't die in the war overseas, so you could tell me not to talk about something." But I forgot that guy's from my hometown. And he said, "I saw your father at the grocery store last week." Right? I was like, "I know, I just said he didn't die in the war." Can't win with some people. I don't know. I got a couple like just graphs that I'm going to go through real quick to end this, but I feel like this is a visual medium. We have a couple of these. This first one, this is a Venn diagram of people named Chad versus people that live in the country Chad. A lot of overlap there. So this one shows the older you get, the more likely you are to wear a windbreaker in public, and the more likely you are to break wind in public. This is relevant to to Jimmy Fallon stuff. This is the spectrum of offensiveness. This is types of faces you can wear. The most offensive type of face you can wear is blackface. You don't want to put blackface on. Least offensive though is North Face. You pop on a North Face jacket. This is the number of marching bands I've seen in my life over time. This is like high school and college. You can't turn around without seeing a marching band at a pep rally or something, and then you graduate and they're just gone from your life, right? Except for this is a marching band I saw go past at a parade one time. Just this is maybe a little more controversial. I got a couple of these that say HIV on them. And I don't really have a joke for these, but they still turned into visual aids. Medical pun? What can't he do? Is there anything? This is for my math heads out there. I know you're out there watching. This is a graph. This is girls I've dated, and this is how crazy the reason we broke up was. So this is like just we live too far apart. This one's like her cat didn't like me very much. But so what's interesting about this graph is on the y-axis we have my exes, and on the x-axis we have why we broke up.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just got a couple more here, and then we're gonna. This is a graph of tennis players named Steffi over time. Really just. Been the one.
Oh no!
Yeah, so this is like a Steffi graph. We're having a great time. All right, so this last one, this is the number of REM fans in the world versus the number of people losing their religion at any given time. In the corner. Me in the spotlight. Guys, thank you very much.
Tyler Gooch, everybody.
Tyler Gooch. Let me just say that the tip bottle is a jar. Tyler's language. So if you want to tip, you could do so with Venmo, or you could obviously top right of the screen. You could PayPal and laugh from home, or you could super chat us. Nicely done, Tyler. That is you are the grandfather of all dad jokes.
I gotta say, Tyler, I saw the greatest Facebook back and forth between two comics I've ever seen in my entire life. Was Tyler's one. He put on Facebook, he goes, got elected president of an arts and crafts committee, but not because of the most people voted for me, but because of my electoral collage, which is hilarious, right?
That's very good.
Another comic named Eric Sorgel said, my suicide note will mention you by name. And then Tyler said, I will use it as a credit. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen on Facebook. I took a picture of it. It was so goddamn funny. That was like 8 months ago.
Bowers has a poster of it hanging in his bedroom. It's pretty ridiculous. Nicely done. Rachel, we got anything coming in?
Yeah, we sure do. We've got quite a bit coming in. So let's start off with, who was it? Tam. Out of the gate, $5. Tyler, you earned it with one joke.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
And then Tyler Stevens tips Tyler $5. We've got
Thank you, Tyler,
Technics
brother.
to Canadian Tyler for the Horatio. Holy crap! We've got Tech Snucka, 5 Canadian. This is a tip for Tyler Gooch's documentary. I was hoping to see a snippet.
Nice.
Do all the comedians usually get paid per joke like this? Paying for exactly
we're trying
joke
something new. Also, by the way, I am never looking at Horatio Alger the same way again. Every time I hear that now.
It's a Horatio algorithm.
Go west and you'll find 2/5. Sorry, Rachel, go ahead.
I didn't know we were allowed to bring visuals. I got my doctor's note right here about the small antenna right here. My doctor's note.
Did someone put their dick in it? Why is there a hole in there?
That's the note says it is this size. It is,
Is that life size? What is happening?
That's a tracing.
What?
When you go to the Vietnam Memorial and you fucking put the pencil over the name and you do that, yeah, that's what that
I just grabbed whatever piece of paper I can find.
her name is Trace. It's literally Trace.
It's a trace.
All right. What else we got, Rachel?
We've got a lot. We've got Technics 5 Canadian. Tyler, the charts, the dad didn't die overseas.
Nice.
We've got Tim tipped $5. Thank you for the visual aids.
I guess you're welcome. I don't know.
We have Dave Adler, $5. Awesome job, Tyler. Love the Russian stacking dolls bit.
Thank you.
We have Evan, $5 for Tyler. That was one of the funniest sets I can remember seeing.
But he didn't.
Nice.
He didn't pay for just one joke. He paid for the whole thing.
No, he just liked the whole set.
The
Yeah.
whole
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
They're
Sorry.
paying you per joke, which is good.
Yeah. Well, Tyler, when your jokes are that much of like with no segues, like they can specifically take them out and be like, I like the fourth joke. Like some comics just have like material, but you're like, no, I have a set of 10 jokes. Here they are.
I'm reading a numbered list.
Yeah.
We have Amin Salah, $5. I think we just found Glebe's replacement. Only he can get us to laugh at an AIDS joke. Hilarious.
Holy shit. By the way, one day we will find a cure for visual aids. Sorry, go ahead.
Zara in our live audience, 20 Aussie. Tyler, you just feng shuied my ovaries through the internet, which is ironically also a series of tubes. Thanks for the laughs.
I think you got a match there.
That was a complicated
Likes you.
compliment, and I like it.
Complicated.
We've got Andrew, $10. Math jokes for killing, but not as badly as the visual aids. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
Nice. Now I think people are specifically gonna tip and vote on their favorite jokes. Like that's what's gonna happen now. By the way, Jeremy in the live chat just said the cure for visual aids is radio.
All right, we have Technics 5 Canadian. Holy crap, this is one of the best sets on SDSC yet. Thanking the crowd in your room at the end. Ha ha ha, grandfather jokes for days.
It's a force of habit. I'm used to such applause. It's natural.
By the way, speaking of force of habit, I once had a comedian submit a video where he was doing his set into a comb in his bathroom, and his cadence was still of a comedian bombing. Like it was still like even with that, he does a joke and then pauses and goes, "So what else?" Like he still does that. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. All right, go ahead, Rachel.
We have Jan Johnson, $5 for Tyler. I think you found someone that could sub for Ben.
Nice.
We've got
The lead better broth up, man. He's coming for his spot.
We've got Studio, $10. Tyler, visual aids, particular in general.
Nice.
That Lane Boy, £5 for Tyler. For Tyler, Gooch. The area between the front door and the back door of a Nando's is called the perineum.
Perineum.
Perineum. There we go.
Because they're known for peri peri sauce.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
That
guys.
was a lot of work for that punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's too many words.
I don't know if you guys remember the term Gooch for the region he's talking about was popularized by the Jackass movie, and that came out when I was in 7th grade, which could not have happened at a worse time for me personally.
You're like, by the way, the next comic we're gonna have on is Jesse Taint. Jesse Taint's coming on.
People ask me all the time if it's a stage name. I'm like, no, I wouldn't pick that I would pick.
Brian Butthole is my stage name.
Yeah.
What? No, that's a bad idea.
Although Tyler and the Gooches are playing at the Roxy next week, so it's a music festival.
A couple more, and then we've got some generals. We've got FGB, $20. Tyler, I work as a data manager, and those are the best charts I've ever seen.
I knew my math heads were out there.
Awesome.
I knew they were out there.
I think they're called
Jessica.
Aren't they called mathletes, Tyler? I think they're called mathletes.
I mean, that's if we can say that. You can't say that.
Didn't mean to use the hard T on you. My bad.
Jessica and our live audience, $25 for Tyler. Super smart. I love math jokes. And what did I say that was so fucking smart?
Nice.
Nice.
Thank you very much. I told you the math. When I'm on the flyer,
Effing, Rachel, effing. They don't let you say fucking.
That's true.
when I'm on the flyer, like 10th grade math classes everywhere, they start streaming my sets straight to the classroom.
You make learning cool, man.
Okay, and then Jess also tipped the show $100 and said, "You guys better bring Tracey and Tyler back."
Awesome.
Nice. Thank you, Jess. That's awesome.
Back.
We have Jane Morrissey, $20, and just said Steve Hofstetter.
I disagree.
Put that tip inside of you somewhere, Steve.
I'll put it
Wherever you
here.
want.
Yeah.
It's all about-
Dealer's choice.
It's all about
Your choice,
inside
Steve.
jokes. That's what. Inside jokes. All right, let's go.
We've got Razor, $5. The best way to do a cranky walrus is while listening to Steve's new band, Walrus Crank.
Nice. Walrus Crank, by the way, turned down from the Roxy. They would not let us play, unfortunately.
Walrus Crank.
Got fired after sound check.
Yeah. We missed
have-
sound check. They never let us back.
Angie Bunton, $15. All the laughs you give to your fans for the show.
Cool.
We've got Tech, $5 Canadian. If you have to put the car on neutral, no wonder drive-by strip clubs lost traction.
I was just sitting there for 30 minutes. No one picked it up but him. Nice work, dude.
I honestly thought that was the joke we were making 30 minutes ago. I guess no one else took it that way.
That's why I explain them, Steve. If I don't explain them, people don't get them right away. You gotta explain it specifically what the joke is. That's how it works. You're too subtle, my friend. You'd have more fans if you were less. No, I guess. That's
Oh my god.
Career advice from someone who the funniest thing he ever did was drop a beer behind him. Sorry.
Too soon.
Wait, Bowers,
He's
you
not
should
wrong.
pour
He's
one.
not
You should
wrong.
pour
He's
one
not
out.
wrong.
Too
You should
soon.
pour one out for the beer that you dropped.
I drank an extra one in his memory. That's what I did.
Wow, you guys really took that seriously. He took a shot at me. He took a shot at me, missed. I swung back, and you guys were like, "Hey, that was really uncalled for. That was really."
Right, Steve, because if you're the alpha, I'm the beta. It's mean to pick on me. It's fun to pick on you. That's our role.
Look, Bowers, the thing about what you just said is I agree with it.
I know. I'm just saying that's what happens when people feel sorry for me because I'm a feel sorry for kind of person, and they don't feel sorry for you because you're king. So fucking. That's how
All right.
it works.
All
Buy a
right.
Pac-Man
I'm
jacket.
fine
Maybe
with
if
that.
people feel sorry for you then.
Bowers
Yeah.
is more cuddly.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
true. Thank you, Tracy.
true.
And Steve seems like he can take it like more. Wait, that's not wrong too. I don't want to get in trouble. I
Do
don't
you
want
mean
to get. That wasn't a Me
jokes
Too.
or do you mean Chris
I don't know.
Evans?
That was not a Me Too. Don't say I Me Too
Yeah.
you, Steve. Okay.
Tracy, I also have a doctor's note that says I have small genitals, so we have a lot in common. So I appreciate. I don't show mine to anybody or put it on Instagram, but it is there in case people wonder if it's medical or should be looked like that or not.
It's medical.
Wait, Tracy's Me Too is him as well.
Yes.
Guys, I think this whole episode is going to be demonetized by
As well.
YouTube. I mean, Jesus.
When Jamie Kennedy's the voice of reason, we've got big fucking problems.
But how are we going to sell any bathrobes if we're demonetized? What are we going to do?
Jesus
Now, by the way,
Christ.
Jamie, is that bone broth made of chicken bones or does it taste like chicken? What's the chicken part of that?
Actual chicken from chicken bone.
But does it taste like chicken or does it taste like something else?
It just tastes like the spirit of a chicken. I don't know. Tastes fucking good. I fucking drink it.
The spirit of a
Chicken soul? You're drinking chicken souls over
That's
there?
right.
Jesus
Oh, I
Christ.
thought that was
I don't even
dog
have a
food.
human soul, and you have chicken souls? That's not fair.
Chicken souls for the soup? Is that what that
Oh my God, that's what it is! It's chicken souls for the soup! Holy shit!
Somebody better fucking tip him right now. Tip him right now.
Yeah, that's
Jesus
worth a
Christ.
tip.
That is brilliant.
American. Tip him in American.
I think the hardest part about that joke is Tyler having to figure out how to re-get there. Because it's such a good joke, but it's going to be so hard to explain. Be like, hey, we were talking to Jamie Kennedy. He was in a pool, had some soup. It's a weird, he had a special, came out on Tubi. No one's ever heard of it. It's fine, but it's still a good special. He turned 50. He was an emperor. And then I said this. It's hard. It's going to be hard to get there.
It's going to be hard, but it'll be worth it.
By the way, you're 20 minutes into Tyler's act just because all of them are so great. If you just said, here's the thing I said that you don't need context for. Chicken soup for the soul, or chicken soul for the
Souls
soup.
for the
People,
soup.
people would just laugh. They would just give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, yep, it must have been hilarious. I get
People
it.
would
I
be
don't
thrown
know.
off because my segues are usually so smooth.
Yes. Have you ever performed on a Segway, Tyler? Like, because that's the only Segway you have is the one on stage, and you're on a Segway? How funny would that be?
That's my Netflix special. The spotlight can't keep up with me. I'm constantly in the dark.
Tyler, have
Okay,
you
that
heard of
deserves a
Tubi?
tip. That deserves a tip.
We had 2 more tips for Tyler come in.
All right.
We had Zara, 20 Aussie. Tyler, take my money. Take my money harder than Hofstetter apparently takes it from Chris Evans.
Hey, Chris Evans is a generous and kind lover.
How much is Zara given? She gives every week.
Yeah, Zara and Jessica, who are both in the live in the front row, are 2 of the 3 biggest supporters on the show.
Zara, you like the Gooch.
Thank
You
you.
like that Gooch, don't you?
I have been invited to go perineum sunbathing on Tinder. Hard no from me. That's some white people shit.
So, Zara, I did that, but they said you gotta like lube it up. You do have to
Yeah.
put. It's a very. So I don't know. I did it for a whole
Sunburn.
90 seconds. Am I
That
good?
would be a soft no for me.
I don't want to say anything,
No.
Zara, but I'm feeling a much better place ever since I started. So, I'm just saying.
Work.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Right.
Way to bring the show
By the way,
to a halt.
these are Tyler's segues.
That's what it looks like when I try to come up with one. That's why I just don't do it.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
It's a minute and a half. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Are we going to watch all these people fall off stage?
Is an actual monkey.
It's an actual monkey. Oh, this one looks like it's gonna be
asshole.
good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hit the wheel. Hit the wheel. Hit the wheel. There it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh shit!
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, ah.
Oh no!
She had insurance.
By the way, guys, this is our new show. This is our new show.
This is how Steve gets off, watching people fall. Steve's masturbation videos.
This is his
Actually, when I
Pornhub
go-
category.
When I go to Pornhub, yeah, I just look for Segway accident.
Didn't the
Oh,
creator of a Segway die on a Segway?
Yep.
He did. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, more tips. We've got Tyler, $5. Nope, I lied. Where was that?
That was a game entry.
No, Razor tipped $5. Chicken tip for the Gooch.
Nice.
Nice.
And then we've got 4 more to catch up on, then we can do the game. Tesha Venmoed $2 and said, if Steve fucks Chris Evans, does that make him America's dick?
No, only because I've already been that for quite some time.
Aw.
We've got Jason Moody, $25 for the show. Technics, $2 for Rachel for the Hebrew greeting. And then Zara, $5. All this talk of just the tip, but nobody wants to go Helms Deep.
Oh, I
All right.
I love
Also,
it.
done segue porn. Shit.
I actually do like Segway porn. It's not people falling off Segways. It's just Segways in between scenes. I don't want it to be disjointed. It's really,
A bunch of pizzas getting delivered.
yeah, that's all it is.
Here's your pizza. Here's your pizza. Here's your pizza.
I can't come 3 times. All right. All right. What else do we have before we're demonetized?
We
Let's
can
play
do
the game.
the game. Yeah. Let's do the
Let's
game.
play the game.
All right, Jamie, can you hang for the game, or you got to get out here and promote your special more?
I got to bounce. I got more Zooms to do, but I love you guys.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Good luck on the special. We're all going to
Bye,
watch it on
Jamie.
Tubi. Good to see
Good
you.
luck, Jamie.
Love
Thanks,
that
you
road,
guys.
brother.
Great
Good
seeing
luck,
everybody.
Jamie.
Be safe, all right?
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely.
That guy's hilarious. All right, so let's get to the
Okay.
game, and then after the game, we have a special thing we're going to do that I think you guys are really going to like. It's going to make this show pretty awesome. We've already had a fun time, but it's going to be fucking even more fun. So let's go to the game. The game, again, is Make a Happy Song Lonely. Make a Happy Song Lonely. Rachel, let's do it.
Okay, so let's see if anybody in our live audience wants to give theirs on camera. I'm looking at you guys. Zara, no. Yes, no. Dana, Jerry, Tam, anyone?
Sure, I'll try.
Jerry.
Hi, Tracey.
Hi.
Hey. I
That's
finished
a weird
school
game
today.
entry.
Nice. All right, what's your
Yes.
entry, buddy?
What's my? Oh, I didn't know. I thought someone was going to give me the whole thing.
Oh, no.
So,
Oh,
All right, no worries.
Yeah. No worries,
problem,
Jerry.
buddy.
We appreciate you being here.
I had no idea what was going on. Say that again. Say that again.
Well, here-
I didn't know it had to be like one letter. or
We'll,
something like that.
we'll play.
That's-
We'll play for a while, and if you think you have one, then you can throw it in at the end. So,
Okay, so
thanks.
these are the unpaid entries that I like. There's 3 of them. So
All right.
it starts with Shelly. She said, I touched myself and I got COVID.
all right.
Greg Murphy, we are family. Our parents got divorced. Haven't talked to my siblings for years.
Oh my God.
And Ashley, Uptown Funk, my smell since I stopped showering.
I like that one. All right, so these next ones are paid, which means comics. You're going to vote at the end of which one of these you like best. So the ones that are coming up right now, be paying attention and pick your best one. Here we go.
Okay, so these are the ones we're voting on. So Tyler Stevens, I Got You, I Feel Sick by James Brown and the Famous Virus.
Nice.
Ron Gould, REM's Everybody Hurts Themselves.
That is not a happy song to begin with, but let's move on.
Yeah.
We've got Amin Salah. I'm walking on sunshine and now I have skin cancer.
Oh.
Guys are just making happy songs sad, not lonely.
I'm laughing at that, and my dad actually died of skin cancer. That's what.
Thanks, Jerry.
Oh.
Jesus
Jerry,
Christ,
don't
man.
make it sad, Jerry. All right, what
All
else?
right.
we
Sorry
got?
about your dad, man, but God.
Yeah.
Mike Young. Me and you and dog named Boo in 3 separate houses because of quarantine.
Okay.
Tam's all by myself still.
No, remember the rest of it.
Was there another one?
That's the one where I said, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to what the game actually is.
Oh, yeah.
What? I didn't hear that because you were laughing so hard. What was that?
I said, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to what the game actually is. And
She made a sad song lonelier.
Yeah.
take 2 is
Yeah, make a sad song lonelier.
Princess Let's Go Crazy due to social distancing.
There
we go.
There we go. That's a good one.
Tim, Flashdance. What a feeling seeing Bobby Lee naked.
What is happening to this game?
No, I don't. Did we not
Is
explain
Ben the glue that holds the game together? What's happening?
Yes.
This is
Randy Longmire. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a food night. Ron Gould. Worry, don't be happy.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And Tesha, on behalf of Ashley, good vibrations till the batteries run out.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Those are all the entries.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Before we do this, let's drop ours. If anybody, Tracy, do you have any that you want to submit?
Do I have any that I want to submit?
Yeah. I mean, not for the contest, but if you have any that you want to say.
Instead of like, because I'm happy, it's just because I'm lonely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I like
And
that.
by the way, I just saw Jerry in the chat threw in house party because we don't believe in COVID. So like it's not lonely, but it still kind of works. All right, so let's vote on them, and then we have a special surprise for you afterward. So Tracy, what was your favorite one?
Oh, my favorite one was definitely of the last two. What was I think it was that. Shoot, I'm trying to remember what the very last one was.
The good vibrations. Till the battery
The good
runs
vibrations
out.
was my favorite. Yeah, that was my favorite.
All right, that's a vote right there. Tyler, what do you got? What's your
I
favorite?
think I'm also going good vibrations.
All right, Rachel.
All right.
Same.
Same. Oh, it is too late for any others to win. Is
Yeah.
it going to be a sweep?
I was gonna go worry, don't be happy. I liked worry, don't be happy. That was one I was gonna vote for.
Way to fuck up the no-hitter. All right. Fucks up the no-hitter with a single in the 9th inning. What's even the point? Now, no, but I'm also voting for good vibrations. That was, look, there were a number of good ones, but that was very, very good. Good vibrations till the batteries runs out. That was awesome.
Definitely.
Bowers, I know you don't play the game. Can I run through mine real quick before we
Yep, go
do
for
our
it.
little segment? All right. So I've got since everyone's been gone. I've got.
I changed mine. No.
Wait,
I've
is
got
that Taylor Swift?
It's the. Yeah, I've got Nirvana's "Stay as You Are." I've got me, babe. I've got Soul Man, but it's spelled SOLE. And I've got me, myself, and I will survive. It's an uplifting, lonely one. So
I got one.
I love it. I love it.
wait. Don't just throw in, Jerry. You gotta respect the process. Don't just throw in.
Sorry.
Okay, so we have a special thing coming up, and I'm so excited about it. Bowers, take it away.
All right, so when I brought Tyler on, I know Tyler is the king of puns. He's one of my favorite comics to do puns in the whole. I mean, he's one of my favorite comics anyway, but his puns are unbelievable, as you've seen. But we also have a homegrown talent on our own show that gives us joy every day with his puns, who is Jeremy Day, who they call the Punisher. So what we've set up today, Jeremy is in the live audience, Tyler's in the live audience. We gave them both the game, this game. They're going to do 5 puns each as a pun battle, back and forth, okay? So we're going to start with Jeremy Day, then we're going to go to Tyler, 1 pun each, and then at the end we'll vote who wins the pun off and becomes the Punisher for the day, okay? So does that sound fun? Fun as that sounds.
Absolutely.
That'll work. So everybody take
right.
off your cap.
Also, by the way, if you are following along on the live stream, so everybody stop your video. So if you're following along on the live stream, make sure to throw your votes in the comments there, and we'll see who wins round by round. Let's go.
All right, so Jeremy, start, and this is again sad or happy songs made lonely. Here we go.
Here comes the son of a bitch.
All right, Tyler.
I've got friends in no places.
I wish I had Ben's bell. Bell.
Jeremy.
Bebop a loner.
Tyler.
Feel like making sourdough.
Jeremy.
Love me Tinder.
Good one. Tyler.
Come on, baby, do the solo motion.
All right, 2 left each. Jeremy.
To my beer. Don't worry, be hoppy.
Tyler.
This is from Paul McCartney and the Wings. Abandoned on the Run. Abandoned.
Oh.
A lot in that delivery. You really got to hit that word right.
All right, last one, Jeremy.
As I drink by myself, what a wonderful world.
And Tyler, bring it home.
Lady making and canning my own marmalade.
All right, camera's back on, everybody. Let's find a winner on that. That was super fun. I like that. We might do that more because pun battles are like roast battles without all the meanness. I like that. Very fun.
Holy shit, that was good,
Wow.
guys. Nicely done. Both had
All
some
right.
excellent entries. Rachel, what's the consensus in the comments?
I'm counting right now. Right now, Jeremy's barely ahead, but they're coming in. We just got another one for Tyler. It
All right,
looks
we'll keep counting.
Okay.
We'll keep counting. All right, so while we keep counting, first of all, we want to thank our audience for being here as always. We're going to say goodbye to our audience, except Jeremy. Keep your camera on, because if you win, we want you on camera. So everybody in the audience, shut your cameras off. Thank you so much. We're happy to have you, as always. If you want to join a future front row, you can do so at laughfromhome.com. Tracey, anything you want to plug?
I want to plug my podcast on Spotify called Coming Right Up.
Excellent. Check out Coming Right Up.
How's that spelled, Tracey? I'm honestly asking. I have no idea. Is it spelled? How's it spelled?
Coming Right Up. COMING.
Oh, okay. C-O. Got it. All right. I just, after all the small vagina talk, I didn't know if it was something else.
It's Coming Right Up. It's a great podcast. It's not about my vagina.
Okay, good. Well, not good. I'd listen either way. It sounds great. All right, awesome. Coming right up. Tyler, you got anything how do we find you on social media?
You can find me. My handle is @TheRealGucci on everything. You can find my podcast about Tracey's vagina. I don't have one of those. No, I have a podcast on Apple Podcasts, which is updated periodically, called Crime and Punishment. An S in there. It's a fake crime podcast. If true crime freaks you out and you prefer crime stories with a lot of puns in there. Crime and Punishment. Available places where you can get podcasts.
Love it. Well, stick around for us, Tyler. Steve, let's just our plugs right now, and then we'll get to the game, and then we'll say goodbye.
Absolutely.
So the pun off. Just at Bowers Comedy. You can find me in all those places. Just at Bowers Comedy. Follow me around. That's what we got going. I don't think we're doing a show tonight, so if some of you are going to come to my show tonight, we're actually not going to do that. Chris has had some family stuff, so we're not going to do that show tonight. But we'll be doing other shows next week, I'm sure. Steve.
Okay, cool. Well, every Saturday I do the Ask Us Anything show, which has a ton of crowd participation. If you want to join that, at nowherecomedyclub.com. I also have 2 full headlining shows coming up there, and we just put up tickets for it. We are doing a director's cut of Secret Optimist, where I'm going to be watching it with Bowers and Brett Druck, who were there when it was taped and who were part of the show. And we're going to be breaking down parts of the set. So you're going to watch it with us. And then I'm going to give you updates on some of the characters from the stories, as well as Bowers and Brett are going to take credit for some of the best lines in the special because they absolutely wrote them for me while we were there in Indianapolis. So check those out at nowherecomedyclub.com. It'll be a ton of fun. Come hang. And Rachel, do we have a winner?
We do. It's by 1 vote.
Holy cow.
What?
It was Jeremy Day.
Jeremy with the home court advantage.
I really thought I was going to lose that. You were so good.
I think we got to start promoting a rematch instantly. We're going to start promoting a rematch. We're going to have you guys go like back to back and pun. Back and forth, we'll do a whole HBO special. It'll be great.
I'm down.
Seriously, we're happy to have you guys on the show. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jeremy, for coming and doing that. Tracey and Tyler, love to have you. And as Jessica demands it, we'd love to have you back. We'll talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thanks,
so you guys
guys.
got your cameras now.
Yep. And Rach, thanks again for another great day. And did you get interrupted more or less with Ben not being here? About the same, I think, right?
About the same, I think.
About the same, I think. So
Awesome. See you guys tomorrow.
Appreciate that. And I'm going to say, to get out of here, guys, thanks again for doing this. I was telling the guys in the No Pants group the other night, like, yeah, we're doing a fun show, but I've done lots of shows no one watched, and they're not as fun when people don't watch. And I know, Steve, it's been a long time since people didn't watch you, but it's this is the first time people have watched something I've done, and it really feels great. So I really appreciate you guys being part of the quarantine and part of this with us. We're all in this together for real, and I'm having a great time, and it's only because of my team here with Rachel and Ben and Steve. But also you guys. So thank you so much, and I can't thank you enough. And that's it for me. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and Ben will be here.
And by the way, Bowers, I appreciate you saying that, but let me just say, as someone who has hosted 6 different podcasts that never took off, sometimes people don't watch, just a heads up. They also don't listen. But I as well have been enjoying this so much, and just on behalf of Ben, wait, I have Obama's ears now. On behalf of Ben, I just wanted to say I only have one toy in my office, and it's this weird see-through thing. So I feel like I should, on behalf of Ungleave.
So weird.
All right. Seriously, we had a ton of fun. We're happy that Ben's going to be back next week. Tuesday and Wednesday shows are actually going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific instead of 3 p.m. Pacific because we have some other shows going on that we have to do. We have some corporate stuff that actually allows us to make a living, which is incredible. And so to be able to do that as a comic right now. So we are delaying those shows to 5 p.m. Pacific, but we're still doing just as many shows, and we're happy to have you aboard on all of them. And with that, I just want to say you may ask yourself, how did I get here? And whatever other lyrics of that song there are. Oh, I have a box. I should have shown you I forgot to show you hold on.